Well, when you have as much adventure as this author, you have a lot to write about. Author Sherry Knowlton is in our author spotlight again with more tales from beyond the sunset. Sherry and her husband have traveled the world, and this is volume 2 of her travel memoir, which she calls Expanding My Horizon. Sherry, you were on a couple of months ago. We're glad to have you back today to talk about this. Welcome back here to the couch.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, all right, let's get started here. And, you've traveled far. We're talking about treks to visit jungles, natural wonders, wild animals. What's next? Tell us a little bit about that.
This summer, our adventures included a trip to Brazil, to a wetland called the Pantanal, where we saw jaguars.
Oh, my.
And also a riverboat down the Amazon River.
Oh, wow. That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, isn't it?
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But then next summer, our big trip is we're going to go back to Southern Africa.
Okay, wow. So
Yeah.
there could be another book yet to come.
It could be, you never know.
Beyond the Sunset, Volume 1 shared some incredible adventures. What is in Volume 2 specifically?
It's a combination of more of the same, essays about different topics and anecdotes like wildlife and temples and things like that. But this one I've turned to a few more practical tips, like 10 tips, excuse me, for taking your travels. Things like how to be dress comfortably when you're on an airplane, but don't look like a slob, that type of thing. Some experience, do the touristy things, a recommendation. Don't be so cool that you miss out on some of the touristy things.
Yeah, they're there for a reason, right?
Exactly. Like when we were in Rome, we went to the Appian Way, where the place where Roman soldiers and everyday Romans trod, hundreds of years ago. And, we were probably the billionth people who've been there, but still, it was like an amazing experience. Yeah.
You grew up in Newville.
Yeah.
You were a healthcare exec. Where did you get this desire to do all this traveling far and wide?
Okay. Well, actually, I grew up in Chambersburg. I live in Newville now.
You live in Newville now, yeah.
Big move.
Yeah, right. Well, but you're local, right? But you don't travel locally.
No, not much anymore.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we didn't travel much at all, my parents, but I read a lot.
Okay.
And those places I read about, I kept saying, I want to go there, I want to go there. And after college, my husband and I went on a hippie road trip. This was back in 1972 in our van.
Yeah.
And after that, we were hooked.
Okay.
We were basically hooked.
Cliche hippie trip, right? And then here you are today, going far and wide. So I wanted to ask you about one story in this book. Tell me about the rhino and the camera hood cap.
Oh. Okay, this is one of those unexpected things that can happen when you're traveling.
Right.
We were in a park in Nepal, very remote, called Chitwan, and we were sitting on top of an elephant in a basket, riding through this tall elephant grass, looking for tigers. But we came across a rhinoceros that is only found in a couple of parks in that area.
Yeah.
And it's a really prehistoric thing, look, with plates of armor on it. It's very strange.
Yeah.
My husband's taking pictures, and all of a sudden the lens cap falls off to the ground.
Uh-oh.
And we're thinking, oh no, that's gone, because we're not going to get down from the elephant.
Right.
We're not going to get down in front of a rhinoceros.
Yep.
And the man on top of the elephant who was guiding us, called the mahout, whispered in the elephant's ear, and the elephant reached his trunk down to the ground.
Oh my goodness.
Picked up the lens cap and handed it to my husband.
That is incredible. Wow.
So it was like an amazing thing.
You talk about an incredible story. Real quick, tell us where to find the book, and then we're out of time.
The book is available as of today everywhere. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Sunbury Press, local bookstores.
Good. We'll come back when you do some more traveling. Sherry, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, stay with us. We're coming back after this.